Opening kickoff tonight is brought to you by Buildings by Design. With the experience to complete your project from start to finish, get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. As kicking it off will be Dominic Mozal. Nico Guzman back deep to receive. He's turned out to be a very good return man this year.
You know, I just love how he's fielding the ball. You see him on punts and kickoffs both. You know, he very seldom does he let the ball bounce and roll, and that's half the battle in high school.
Valley coached by Dan Flanagan, Dave Stanford, Howard Wagner, Alan Dowd, Ryan Burkholder, Scott Leffler are the assistants. Randy Dreitz, the coach of the Bead Diggers, Ron Albo, Lance Schwint, Dick Creighton, Court Marquez, and Leon Lojak are the assistants. Bead Diggers in their home whites with the maroon pants. Valley in the all black with the white numerals. And this game will get underway momentarily on homecoming night in Gilchrist. We'll have a special feature at halftime, going back on this date in Bead Digger history. And that is a squib that's going to be fielded by Guzman at the 15, running to his left to the 20, along the sideline as a block to the 30. A seam to the outside as he's still on his feet. Tackled beyond the 30 to about the 32-yard line. The tackle was made by Trevor Schneider, a 6-foot, 155-pound sophomore. Bead Digger starting lineup brought to you by Cargill Beef. Committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. The Bead Diggers will be setting up at the 33-yard line. Starting quarterback is Kyle Rosenbrock. Mikey Gutierrez in the backfield. We'll set up the rest of the Bead Diggers. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. The handoff, that's Montos Garcia to Rosenbrock along the right sideline to the 50-yard line, and he's going to be dragged down across the 40 to the 36. Already a gain, a big gainer on the first play of 31 yards for Kyle Rosenbrock. And Rosenbrock had a big game here as a freshman 3 years ago, so Montos Garcia getting the snap there. And now Montos Garcia on the sideline, Nico Guzman, Cameron Alexander, the receivers, along with Alec Peterson. We'll set up the offensive line momentarily. 1st and 10 for the 36. Peterson in motion to the left. Rosenbrock in a shotgun. Will hand it off there to Peterson, running around the left end. A first down across the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 for Alec Peterson. And the Bead Diggers as Dominic Mozal makes the tackle for Valley.
You know, Valley lined up in the 6-2 to start with and had a couple of safeties up there right behind it. Everybody was within 5 yards of the ball trying to stop the run. That time they were in a 4-3, shifting some guys up there to that defensive end position right away, but they're definitely stacking the box trying to stop the run.
1st and 10 from the 25. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rosenbrock's in a shotgun, has the football right up the middle. Rosenbrock dives to the 22-yard line. He'll pick up 3 before the hit was made over there by Jacob Hernandez, a 5'9", 175-pound sophomore linebacker. 2nd down and 7 on the offensive line. Eligio Kuki Barraza, along with Joe Carwin, Jose Rodriguez. You get Omar Fierro, Tristan Teeter, and also platooning Randy Woodward in there as well. 2nd down and 7 for the Bead Diggers at the Valley 22 on the opening drive of the game. Again, Rosenbrock in a shotgun. 3-step drop, looking to throw. Out to his right, towards the end zone. Peterson cannot make the catch beyond his outstretched fingers. 1 yard beyond the goal line. He had the defender beat. 3rd down. And 7 to go.
He jumped out there to catch the ball, and it went right through his hands. But if he'd have been about 2 inches taller, I think that would have been his touchdown. Cameron Alexander ran a post pattern over the middle. He was also wide open in the end zone.
When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance, with a full line of Whirlpool appliances in downtown Fort Morgan. 3rd and 7 for the Bead Diggers. At the 22-yard line of Valley in a shotgun, Rosenbrock will hand it off right up the gut. And that's a gain of about 3 to the 19 for Mikey Gutierrez. I don't know if they'll give him the 19. Maybe just the 20 for a pickup of 2. 4th and 5 as Victor Delgado makes the play. The Bead Diggers will go for it inside of 2 minutes elapsed in this game.
So the Diggers just running right at him right now, just establishing that run game. And Valley's on their heels as the offensive line dominates the line of scrimmage.
4th down and 5 for the Bead Diggers. Under center is Montos Garcia, Rosenbrock, and Gutierrez in the backfield. And looked like there was movement by Valley. There was, right in the middle of the line. And, Dave, this should give the Bead Diggers a first down. because that ball is just beyond the 20-yard line. So that would have been the 6th play of the drive, but it'll be coming up, and it's the second first down, make it the 3rd for the Bee Diggers on this possession, and that's why you go with a hard count.
You bet. Just a great play there by Brush as their nose guard, who was right over the ball. He was the guy that jumped.
Due to the spot of the ball brings up
First and 10 for the Bee Diggers at the Valley 15-yard line. Valley's lone loss was to Berthoud 41-0. The Bee Diggers' closest victory was their first game of the season, 35-3 against Fort Morgan. Out of his shotgun is Rosenbrock. Quick drop, throws to his left. Wide open Guzman along the sideline. He might have a first down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. The ball will be spotted momentarily along that far left sideline. It is a first down. Let's see if it's at the 5 or the 4. It's the 4. It's a gain of 11. First and goal for the Bee Diggers, and that was just a quick throw.
Yeah, he just ran that hook over there on the sideline, and it was almost like a timing pattern.
Again, Rosenbrock in a shotgun. Gutierrez the lone setback. First and goal from the 4, and Rosenbrock will keep it himself. A stiff arm, runs to his right, towards the pylon. He's going to score as he dives into the end zone. There is a flag in the end zone. And let's see if this is going against Brush. The Bee Diggers had 2 touchdowns nullified by penalty last week. Rarely do you see a flag in the end zone go against the offense, but there were some linemen downfield. So you could certainly hold downfield if that was the case.
Where we ran the ball so they can go downfield, as much as they want.
Right. And let's see, I guess they're picking up the flag. No, a face mask against Valley, so the touchdown is good. 4-yard run by Kyle Rosenbrock, and the Bee Diggers are on the board. They lead by a score of 6-0 on the opening drive of the game.
Juan Gomez had Rosenbrock caught in the backfield. Loss of about 6 yards if he could have held on to him, but Kyle used that stiff arm and then just ran around the corner using his speed.
The extra point to be attempted by Jaron Peterson is up, and that is right down the middle. 9:22 to go in the opening quarter with a score. It's Brush 7, Valley nothing. You're listening to Brush Bee Digger football on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Kyle Rosenbrock to kick it off with the Bee Diggers leading 7-0, a line driver. There's a flag down as the ball was in the air, as the ball was booted towards the sideline. That was a 7-play, 67-yard drive in 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Rosenbrock scores from 4 yards out. 7-0. And offsides were the Valley Vikings, so this kickoff will now occur from the 45-yard line. Dave, I've rarely seen that.
Well, they didn't know where to line up. Usually they tell those front 5 guys where they need to stand, and nobody was telling them anything. And right at the last minute, they all ran up in front of the 45-yard line, and they were just offsides.
Last week, Rosenbrock against Lamar booted one into the end zone very impressively. Had a slight wind at his back, but he got all that football. Now from the 45. Rosenbrock runs right up to the football and boots that one high and pretty deep, and that one is in the end zone on the fly. So Valley will have the ball at their own 20-yard line. Yeah, just give him the extra 5 yards. That's all he needs, Dave, and might be able to boot more of those.
Well, I think you found the answer to the one thing that we've struggled with most over all the years, our special teams on kickoffs, and he can put it in the end zone every time. That solves us a lot of problems.
Avery Hanslechek is the quarterback, and Victor Delgado's their main man in the backfield, and Peyton Chacon, their top receiver. Hanslechek out of a shotgun. Check this out, Dave. Look at this formation. What do you call that? That's like quintuplets to the right.
Yeah.
There's the quick throw out to the right. The pass is caught underneath, and there's a seam along the sideline. That's Delgado across the 40, and he's knocked out of bounds. There's a late flag. I wonder if they're going to throw it for a horse collar or something. Boy, that's a flag all the way across the field as Delgado made the catch. There's no way you call horse collar from that far away, can you?
No, they were calling it on the sidelines here as the official was trying to get down the sideline, and he ran over one of the coaches, I think.
It's a 25-yard gain to the 45.
Yeah.
Penalties against Valley.
They don't give a warning for that, Dave.
Nope.
So the coach out in the field. But it's not scored an unsportsmanlike. I don't know what that's...
It's a sideline penalty.
Yeah, well, it's not a warning. The warning wouldn't have issued a penalty.
Off.
Right, no, that's actually a penalty, though.
Yep.
So it's a 25-yard gain on the pass from Hanselcheck to Delgado, and then a 15-yard penalty. So it's going to be a 1st and 10. Should be a 1st and 10 off the 25-yarder. And Valley's already committed 3 penalties, one of which didn't count because the Beet Diggers declined when they scored the touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 30. The receiver to the left is Chacon. Trips to the right. Out of a shotgun is Hanselcheck. He's got the football. 5-step drop. Throws to his right. The pass is caught underneath. Kyle Rosenbrock, though, makes the tackle after about a 2-yard gain to Angelo Garcia. They'll give him the 33, a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7, and they're going to try to inch their way down the field. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that the first play, it was just sort of a screen over there. He set up all those blockers, and that quarterback has a rifle. He threw it out there on the money. That one was the same thing, just a quick little slant pattern.
2nd and 7, Valley from their own 33. 8:36 to go, opening quarter. Brush 7, Valley nothing. Hanselcheck again in the shotgun with 1 setback. 2 men were in motion to the right, and that should be a penalty. And Valley's looking extremely undisciplined here. We barely played over 3.5 minutes.
Well, that's what happens when you run a lot of complicated stuff and, trying to already out-trick the Diggers and not coming up and, just lining up toe-to-toe and trying to smash it at us.
So it's a legal procedure. Now it sets up a 2nd down and 12 from their own 28-yard line. A beautiful night. Temperature now in the low 70s, upper 60s in that range. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updated scores. KSIR Sports on Twitter, 1010 KSIR Sports on Facebook. And I think the ball's loose on the ground on the handoff, and the Beet Diggers have it. There was some confusion there, recovered by Joe Carwin at the 26-yard line of Valley. I don't know if that was a design fake or handoff, but nonetheless, the Beet Diggers have the football.
And that was that fly action. They put that guy in motion from this side, and then when he got right behind the center, right before he got behind the center, they snapped the ball and tried to do a quick handoff, and the mesh wasn't there.
1st and 10 for the Beet Diggers at the Valley 26-yard line, looking to extend a 1-touchdown lead.
1st and 10 for Brush. How about the 26-yard line?
Rosenbrock is out of a shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Alexander on the outside, Peterson on the inside. Gutierrez the lone setback. Rosenbrock is back to throw, looking, heaves it up the right side. Peterson's out there, and it's nearly intercepted, though. Not a good decision there, as Riley Diedrich nearly picked off the pass. And that's a good play by Peterson. If not, that would have been picked off.
Yeah, it was the same sort of a chair pattern, that number 8 that they ran earlier where he was wide open. That time there was triple coverage. But again, Alexander was wide open over the middle on that post pattern.
2nd down and 10. Well, this more than likely will set up a run, even though Coach Dreitz threw it 3 consecutive plays against Lamar last week at one point. From the 26, Rosenbrock in a shotgun. Has the football, hands it off to Gutierrez, running off left tackle. He's got a yard, maybe 2. To the 25. Excellent play along that right side by Jacob Hernandez. 3rd down and 9 after the gain of 1 by Mikey G, who scored 4 touchdowns a week ago.
But again, so Brush has one receiver out to one side, or even if they put a slot out there, they might send over a corner or a safety, but everybody else is over there in the box. So they're bringing the kitchen sink, and that time Mikey ran right into it.
3rd down and 9 at the 25. Yeah, had they passed there, they might have got a touchdown, Dave, because you're right.
They're all bunched again.
Under center is Rosenbrock. Backs are split. Rosenbrock back to throw. Over the middle, wide open, and it is caught. No, dropped in the end zone. Wide open was Schaefer. But the pass was a little bit too strong for him, and he nearly made an acrobatic catch. It's 4th down and 9, and the Beet Diggers will go for it at the 25-yard line, and quite frankly, that's on Kyle.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit too far, but, Schaefer had a play on it. He didn't have his hands turned right. It was one of those where he just needed to keep sprinting down the field and put his pinkies together and catch it over his shoulder, and he tried to get his hands twisted around.
Yeah, maybe.
But good job for the coaches noticing, how they're bunched up in that box and trying to stop the run, leaving that passing game open.
4th and 9 from the 25. Rosenbrock in a shotgun to throw. Out to his left. The pass is caught by Guzman along the sideline. He's got a 1st down. That quick hitter across the 15 to the 14-yard line. And that's a gain of 11 and a very, very good play call and well executed by Rosenbrock and Guzman.
You betcha. Actually, it looked like the same play they threw to Guzman before, for the same yardage. So good job for Nico, catching that ball and knowing what he needed to do to get the first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line of Valley. 7 minutes, 7 seconds to go, opening quarter. And the B-Diggers lead the Vikings 7-0. Rosenbrock in a shotgun. Again, the pressure coming. And Rosenbrock will keep it himself along the left sideline. And he lunges his way to about the 9-yard line. A flag is down at the 15. That could go against the B-Diggers, which would be their first penalty of the game.
Yeah, our tackle was lead blocking out there, our left tackle, and it looked like they threw the flag right at him. Might have got a hold of that kid when he was trying to block him.
A block in the back against the B-Diggers, so that will nullify the 4-yard gain by Rosenbrock and move the B-Diggers back probably to about the 25-yard line. A little bit sloppy in the early going with all these penalty flags being thrown.
It's tough, though. I can see how the Diggers might have some confusion out there with the way Valley's playing defense. They have all those guys in the box, and you can see they act like they're sending people all the time, like they're going to do some sort of a zone blitz or something, and all of a sudden they bring up an outside or another defensive end. Both guys are standing up, and it's just causing confusion.
1st and 21 for the 25. Man in motion to the right is Guzman. He's got the football. A seam to the outside of the 20-yard line. Down the sideline, and he's inside the 15 towards the 12, maybe the 11. Strong running by Nico Guzman before he's dragged down. It's a gain of 14. All of a sudden, a 1st and 21 turns into a 2nd down and about 7.
And there's a good example of what happens when you don't play a conventional defense. They had 2 defensive ends on this side, and Brush ran right at him. Nico just ran right in between the 2 guys. Neither one of them really knew who had containment.
And that was a classic end around. 2nd down and 7 to go from the Valley 11-yard line.
Peterson about cracked back the kid all the way to the Valley bench there.
Coronado's now the receiver to the left along with Peterson. Guzman to the right in a shotgun. Along that right hash mark is Rosenbrock, and Rosenbrock back to throw out to his right, wide open. Easy touchdown for Clay Shaver. Perfect pass, an easy catch from 11 yards away. Brush 13, Valley nothing.
Well, Shaver had a chance to redeem himself there. Maybe they wanted to get the ball in his hands right away so he'd forget that last drop. But just a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch. Valley's just plugging up that box there. They don't think Brush is going to throw the ball, and so it's just giving Rosenbrock three completions on 6 attempts.
From 11 yards out. Boy, how easy was that, Dave?
Well, 11, 11, 11. It can't get any luckier than that.
And the extra point is good. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Brush 14, Valley nothing. This is 10-10 KSIR and KSIR.com. 6 plays, 26 yards in 2 minutes and 27 seconds. 11-yard pass from Rosenbrock to Clay Shaver, and the kickoff is squibbed to the 20-yard line and picked up along the sideline at the 25 to about the 30. Crossing the 30 to the 31. Hard to see who actually got that football. Looked like it might have been over there, Angelo Garcia, who picked up the football, I guess, to the 31. They're going to say it was Trevor Schneider instead. So Valley's got the ball 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line after fumbling on their most recent possession. And the B-Diggers already off to a quick 14-0 lead out of a shotgun. Hanzlicek looking to throw. Pressure coming backside, and he's going to go down. He's shirt-tailed by Carwin, and Clay Shaver cleans it up at about the 20-yard line, a loss of 11.
Yeah, Carwin just grabbed a hold of him with his right hand and swung him around, threw him, and then Shaver cleaned it up. Valley ran a bunch formation over here on the left side. They weren't spread out very far. They were actually bunched right next to the tight end, but all 3 receivers ran a pattern in the same area. None of them were more than 10 yards apart total, so it was kind of easy for 2 defenders for Brush to cover him, and our corner started flying up there to help make the tackle.
In other words, a non-spread and a spread offense. Trips to the right. 2nd and 21. There was movement in the backfield. No whistle. Deep drop throwing out to his left. Caught by Delgado. Delgado across the 25 to the 30. He's got a seam to the outside. A first down across the 40 to the 43 for Victor Delgado. That's a gain of 23 yards and a Valley Viking first down.
Yeah, just another one of those delayed passes over here. I don't know if you want to call it a screen, but it was definitely delayed. And Delgado showed that he's got some wheels, and he's a big kid, so the Diggers going to have to make sure they have him contained. He gets out in the open, he's going to be hard to tackle.
1st and 10 for Valley at their own 43-yard line. Hanselcheck in a shotgun. The lone setback is Delgado. There's the snap. The handoff. Delgado slips at the line of scrimmage and falls to about the 43.5-yard line. They'll give him a yard. The closest beat digger was Maltos Garcia. Baby awarded the tackle. 2nd down and 9 to go for Valley.
He almost did the splits there, didn't he?
Yeah, that could have been dangerous in terms of an injury.
It hurt me just watching it.
Yep. Live in your world. Learn in ours at Northeastern. Go to njc.edu. Northeastern and Sterling. 2nd down and 9 for the 44. Hanselcheck in that shotgun. Rolls to his right. Pressure coming up the middle. Throws to his right. Pass is caught. 1st down to the 41-yard line. A perfect connection over there as the pass was received by Brendan Gonzalez. And that's a gain of 15.
Boy, he got up slow after Peterson pasted him. He flew in there. He didn't wrap up. He just put his shoulder down right in the middle of Gonzalez's chest.
Ball at the 42-yard line, just inside the 42 of Brush. Valley threatening. The Bee Diggers do lead 14-0 with 3:53 to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers split to each side. Under center, Hanselcheck with that handoff on the left side to Delgado. Cuts it back to the inside. Across the 40 to about the 37. Jose Rodriguez made the hit, but a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5.
Just some power running there. You can tell he's hard to bring down, and now the Diggers are worrying a little bit more about that pass, and it's starting to set their run up.
2nd down and 5 for Valley at the Bee Digger 37-yard line. Now trips to the left and 1 receiver to the right. This time Hanselcheck is in that shotgun. Awaiting the snap. Back to throw, looking to his left, incomplete. Intended on that slant for Drew Reams, but thrown behind him. 3rd down.
It's nice to see that incompletion, but he's already got 66 yards on 5 attempts.
Yeah, he's got a good arm, too.
Yeah, that throw looks a lot like that kid from Glenwood Springs.
Yeah, Dante Sparaco, yeah. Yeah, he threw for close to 200 yards against Brush, so the Bee Diggers got to be ready for Hanselcheck. On 3rd down and 5 from the Bee Digger 37. Again, 2 receivers split each side. Delgado the lone setback. Hanselcheck in that shotgun, and the Bee Diggers moved. Oh, boy. And that should give Valley a 1st down. Rodriguez moved prematurely, and now both teams have committed that penalty.
Yep, just got a little bit excited there. Brush has got the edge on Valley. They've got 5 seniors compared to Brush's 13. So they're playing with a pretty young team. Hanselcheck's obviously the leader, though.
They're going to count this all, but it should be a 1st down right at the stick.
Offsides on the defense via 5-yard penalty.
And the Bee Diggers have not given up points in a while. I believe it was the 3rd quarter or early in the 4th. I'd have to go back because they shut out Lamar in that victory over Glenwood Springs. Well, they're going to say 3rd and, boy, that's got to be an inch or 2. In the shotgun, should be an easy 1st down. Hanselcheck to throw, looking deep up the left side. That pass is going to be incomplete. Nico Guzman had Chacon well covered. But now it's 4th down, and I'm telling you, that looks like an inch or 2. You'd think that Hanselcheck gets under center and just runs with a football, a quarterback sneak, and picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a big deal for him. But I'll tell you what, they're going to have to run right at Carwin and Rodriguez, and there's a lot of meat there to have to try to press by.
Oh, the Bee Diggers stopped Kyle Hicks of Lamar in a 4th and inches last week. Hanselcheck under center. I would think there's a quarterback sneak. Let's see what happens. At the 32-yard line, handoff Delgado right side. He's hit, but he gets a 1st down as he spun his way to the 31 for a gain of 1. And the drive continues. 9th play of the drive coming up. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter with the Bee Diggers leading the Vikings 14-0.
Yep, they got 5 yards rushing now, though, total. So they're definitely doing it in the air. And the Diggers are going to have to make sure they got some pressure coming up the middle so that he just can't settle in there and throw the ball like he has been.
The nose of the football is resting at the Bee Digger 30. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, Hanselcheck Setting up in that same shotgun formation. Rolls to his left, looking, throwing along the sideline, nearly intercepted. Alec Peterson had it right in his hands at the 21-yard line. Didn't look it in completely. 2nd down and 10. A nice break of the ball by Petey, but he just missed that INT.
Yeah, it looked like we were playing some man defense out here on the trips, and Peterson dropped back with his guy, but he read the quarterback's eyes at the same time, and he actually changed directions and had to have his right hand in the air as he was faded back towards the end zone to try to pick it off. If he had that again, he'd catch it.
Yeah. Oh, he was not happy with himself. He's wearing gloves out there. I don't know if that affected him at all. It shouldn't have. Under center is Hanzlicek. Delgado the lone setback on 2nd and 10 for the 30. The pitch right to Delgado. A seam to the outside. He spins his way across the 30 towards the 25. Dave, you're right. He's got speed, hard to bring down. It's a gain of 5. And along the far side, a couple of B-diggers were in on the play, including Maltos Garcia. 3rd and 5 to go. The 11th play of the possession is coming up for Valley, and this is one good way to keep the B-diggers off the scoreboard. Hold on to the football.
That's right. Keep our offense off the field. Delgado's 185 pounds, 6 foot, and he's also a senior, so that's pretty athletic size to a football.
3rd down and 5 to go from the B-digger 25 in a shotgun. Hanzlicek, 3-step drop out to his left. The pass is incomplete off the right hand of Chacon. Again, there looked like there was premature movement in the backfield. 2nd time it's happened with no flag. 4th and 5, and undoubtedly the Vikings will be going for it.
Yeah, and the coaches over there are letting the white cap back there know about it, because that was a penalty. Delgado moved before he should have.
So it's 4th and 5 at the 25. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East and Fort Morgan will fit you into the car and truck of your choice, or truck. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. 4th down and 5 for the Brush 25. Hanzlicek is under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hanzlicek, play action, rolling to his left. Now pressure's coming, and he's going to be sacked! He is sacked back at about the 39-yard line. An excellent open field play by Randy Woodward, and the B-diggers take over on downs. And that was a humongous loss as the B-diggers have the ball at the 37-yard line, a loss of 12.
Yeah, Woodward did a good job. But for a minute there, I thought he lost containment because he had to catch him a little bit from behind. But, what a weapon Woodward is. He's got the ability to have the size to play that position, but then also the speed to catch an athletic quarterback from behind.
That is the 2nd sack of the game for the B-diggers. And now Randy Dreitz calls a timeout, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. We'll take a break. Brush 14, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 14-0, Brush leads Valley. John Beltran and Dave Urich back from Coach Bob Rumrill Field in Gilcrest on the campus of Valley High School. They've got homecoming tonight. The B-diggers have homecoming next week against Platte Valley, which should be a good game. And Platte Valley and Eaton are playing tonight in Kersey. The B-diggers just stopped the Vikings on a 4th down and 5 at the B-digger 25. A 12-yard sack by Randy Woodward. Now it's 1st and 10 for the B-diggers at their own 37-yard line. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Rosenbrock is in a shotgun. The lone setback is Gutierrez. Rosenbrock to throw. Pumping. Heaves it up the left side. And that pass is going to be caught. Guzman came back for the football. Breaks the tackle at the 37. Along the sideline, he's dragged out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 33 and a B-digger 1st down. Nice adjustment there by the senior Nico Guzman.
You watch the Broncos on TV and you hear about all the times Peyton Manning throws that pass when they're running down the sideline and it's on their back shoulder, and that's kind of what that pass looked like.
And it's almost a designed underthrow. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Zeke Coronado is now the receiver to the right. Randy Dreitz said they would throw the football quite a bit more in this game just to expand that offense. Maltos Garcia is under center. Looks like there's some massive confusion out there. Maltos Garcia on 1st down will pitch it right. Gutierrez with a seam to the outside to the 25, following a blocker at the 20, cuts it back to the 10. Goodbye, Mikey Gutierrez, touchdown, 30 yards away, and Brush is now in the lead, 20-0 late in the opening quarter.
Valley's just running all those defensive players in between the tackles. 8 guys there, and then they have somebody the corners out here. We're running him off with our wide receiver. There's just nobody out here to stop it. And we haven't seen that 58 and 59 quick pitch very often, but that time that 58 was wide open, and Mikey did a good job of following his block and cutting it back inside to score the touchdown.
Well, Dave, it's taking what the defense gives you. And I think that's exactly what you just described. The extra point by JP is in the air, and that is right in between the uprights. 1:25 to go, first quarter. Brush 21, Valley nothing. This is 10-10 KSIR and KSIR.com. Angelo Garcia fields the kickoff at the 10, races across the 25 to the 30, a return of 20 yards before the Beet Diggers make the hit. 2-play drive.
Jaron Peterson kicked that one off. Boy, it was way up in the air and a good deep kick. But again, Valley's able to return it out to the 30. They just lined up in a wedge. All their front guys got back there. They lined up in that wedge on about the 20, and their kid did a good job of staying behind it.
That 63-yard drive by Brush took only 20 seconds. 30-yard run by Mikey Gutierrez. 21-0. First Beet Digger score tonight brought to you by MMI International at 842-5161. The pass out in the left flat, dropped by Delgado. Second down and 10. When buying a mixer or feeder truck, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service at MMI International. They continually outperform their competitors, hands down. They're not afraid to stand behind their product. Once again, 842-5161. So it's second down and 10 for Valley at their own 30-yard line.
They tried to run that screen out here, and boy, Peterson pasted Delgado after he dropped the ball.
Trips to the right. Hanzlachek is in a shotgun. Delgado the lone setback. Hanzlachek will hand it off on that wide handoff to Delgado. He has very little running room. Cuts it back, though, across the 20 to the 23, picking up 3 yards. The initial hit was made by Aaron Williams. 3rd and 7 to go for Valley.
Yeah, that was a pretty good move there by him. We thought we had him contained, and we also thought we had the force from the inside, but when he made that cutback, he had enough speed to turn it upfield before our force got there to make the tackle.
From the 33-yard line. We still have 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Beet Diggers up by 3 scores in the shotgun. Hanzlachek, one-step drop, pumps, looking over the middle of the pass. It is incomplete. Well defended at the 39 by Mikey Gutierrez. By the way, who played incredible defense last week. Forget about those 4 touchdowns. And the pass was intended over there, or Aaron Williams on the defense as well. Pass intended for Brendan Gonzalez. 4th down. And Drew Reams to punt, standing at his own 20-yard line. Nico Guzman at his own 35. Well, you smell a big return here at some point by Nico. End over end punt, but that's headed towards the sideline. Excellent punt. Inside the 25. And, in fact, right at the 25. Not bad, 48 yards.
Left-footed kicker. Surprised Nico. He had to run a long ways over there just to see the ball hit the ground. And we just talked about how he does a good job fielding the ball. Don't think that he didn't try. It's just it was a long ways over there to the sideline from where he had to meet the ball.
18 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 for the Beet Diggers at their own 25-yard line. They've got touchdown run from Rosenbrock, 11-yard pass from Rosenbrock to Clay Shaver, 30-yard run by Mikey Gutierrez found the end zone. And the Beet Diggers look like they're in a passing formation. Gutierrez, the lone setback, 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. In motion is Shaver to the left. Rosenbrock looking to throw, looking deep over the middle. The pass incomplete. Intended for Alexander on the slant. Led him a little bit too much.
Yeah, that was that post pattern, and Cameron was wide open. Boy, if he would have hit him on the numbers, I think Cameron might have been off for a long run there. He would have been awful tired after he scored that touchdown. But like you said, he just got led a little bit too much, and Cameron couldn't come up with the play. On that play, they had a corner out here. They had their safety out here when we were in that 400 formation. And I'll tell you what, they don't have a free safety there. There's nobody back there in the middle. And you can bet that Coach Dreitz is going to be taking advantage of that mistake.
Well, that was such a big mistake by Valley. They called a timeout before the end of the quarter because if that pass is thrown right there, Dave, that would have been a 75-yard touchdown.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But, that's what happens, when you're so worried about the run, and Brush has got those weapons with Rosenbrock, and we haven't even seen Maltos carry the ball yet, but we heard him score touchdowns last week, so.
And the touchdown he scored was nullified.
Yep, that's right.
The Beat Diggers made a couple. Yeah, it was a beautiful play. Anyway, 2nd down and 10 with 13.4 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Brush with a 21-0 lead. Coronado, the receiver to the right. He's the only receiver on this set. And last week, Matos Garcia was under center a lot.
They got a free safety now.
But this time, yep, he's under center again. On 2nd and 10. There's the handoff to Rosenbrock running left, trying to work his way out of a pickle. He's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. And there were several Vikings in on the play. It's a loss of, that's a good loss of 2 yards. That's the end of the opening quarter with the score. Brush 21, Valley nothing on 10-10 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bay Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 21-0 as we head to the second quarter. John Beltran along with Dave Burig from Coach Rob Rumrill Field here in Gilcrest. Brush facing a 3rd and 12 at their own 23-yard line. Maltos Garcia under center again with one receiver to the right. Rosenbrock and Gutierrez are the setbacks. And on 3rd down, Maltos Garcia's back to throw, pressured, and he's going to be sacked. He had nothing there, sacked back at the 20. The protection broke down, and the Bee Diggers will have to punt on 4th and 15 as Juan Gomez was in on the hit over there along with Nick Hawkins.
I think they were trying to throw that 81 dump. You saw Shaver come from the tight end position over here on the left side, and he had his left hand up. He was trying to show that he was open, but on that play they did have a free safety back there, and their linebacker on this side was drifting back with him. It just wasn't going to be a completed pass, and so luckily Maltos took the sack and didn't throw the interception.
Rosenbrock standing at his own 6. He will punt. Drew Reeves back to receive. Perfect snap. He gets it off, and that's a beautiful end over end. And Reeves is going to fair catch it at the 35. So that went for a good 43 yards. And Valley has the football at the 35 with 11:03 to go, second quarter, and the Bee Diggers up 21-0.
Yeah, so Reeves is another senior, 6 foot, 185 pounds. So I don't know if they're lying on their roster, but it seems like all their seniors are about the same size.
1st and 10 for Valley at their own 35-yard line. Hanzlicek is in a shotgun. Dominic Mosels, the receiver to the right, trips to the left. And there's the give right up the middle to Delgado. He's got a yard, and then Kyle Rosenbrock drives him back. Looked like he had a seam there, but Rosenbrock nailed him at the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 9 for the Vikings.
That and Rodriguez and Carwin did a pretty good job of holding their ground there, and they didn't let any of those blocks get back there on our linebackers and created a lot of traffic Delgado had to run through.
Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. 2nd down and 9 from their own 36-yard line. Hanzlicek out of a shotgun. Has the football, rolling to his right. That's the throw underneath is juggled and caught. 1st down to the 49. It's a gain of 13 to Brendan Gonzalez, who was wide open along the sideline.
So they're 5 for 10 now after Hanzlicek missed. He threw the first 4 completions, then he missed 5 in a row. So that kind of got him out of his drought.
On 1st and 10 for the 49 with the Vikings on their own side of the field and 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Again, Hanzlicek in a shotgun with Delgado the lone setback. He has the football. The pitch left to Delgado, a little bit behind him. He's going to lose yardage. No, he got back to the 50. Wow. I tell you, nice cut back there as Clay Shaver was the first bead digger in on the hit, but he was actually hit at the 46-yard line. Nice job of Delgado just picking up that 1 yard.
Yeah, one of those deals where we had him back there for the big loss, but we didn't go down and tackle his legs. We tried to arm tackle him up above, and Delgado was just too strong to go down so easy.
2nd down and 9 at midfield. Valley was in brush territory in the first quarter, and on a 4th and 5, the bead diggers came through with a big sack. Again in the shotgun. 4 receivers to the right. Pass out in the right flat. Caught by Delgado at the 49-yard line. He spins across the 50 to the 47. Cameron Alexander made the hit along with Arnoldo Matos Garcia. And the gain is 3. 3rd and 6 to go from the bead digger 47.
So 82 yards now. 6 completions on 11 attempts. Peterson's about got that figured out now, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he read that pretty good. Valley, by the way, has committed the game's only turnover from the 47. 3rd and 6 in bead digger territory in a shotgun. Juggling the snap. His hands are checked, throwing off his back foot. That pass is tipped. It's going to be caught by Reams off the deflection. He tipped it right to himself. 1st and 10 at the bead digger 37, a gain of 10. Peterson was nearly there to pick it off, and it got part of his fingers too.
Yeah, he tipped it. He had his head up in the air, and he had his hands on his helmet because he knew he had a shot at picking that thing off, and so that's his second close call. It's gonna happen here pretty soon. He's getting pretty dialed in on Havlicek.
From the 37 of Brush with 8.5 to go in the second quarter, the bead diggers lead 21-0. Out of the shotgun. Havlicek is going to run to his left, and he's going to be thrown down by Woodward. And that's going to be a loss back to about the 39-yard line. Woodward almost hung on for a little bit too long, but he made sure that the contact was made inbounds and didn't keep riding him too far out of bounds. Back to the 40. Boy, he's made 2 excellent plays tonight. Loss of 4, 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, he's got Havlicek's numbers as the Valley quarterbacks only had minus 17 yards on 2 carries.
7th play of the drive coming up. Valley on their most recent possession, well, actually 2 possessions ago, ran 11 plays. We'll call it 2nd down and 14 from the 40. Passing situation. Delgado in motion to the right from the shotgun. Havlicek's in, handed off to Delgado right up the middle. He's got a couple of yards inside the 40 to the 38. Rosenbrock made the hit along with Jose Rodriguez. 3rd and 12.
And they spread everybody out, and then they try to get you thinking it's going to be a pass. Really quick bringing him back into the backfield and giving him the handoff there. That's another thing the Diggers are getting dialed in on.
No, this is not that easy of an offense to defend. You've got to learn your way through the game. Under 7 minutes to go in the second. 3rd and 12 from the bead digger 38. Havlicek in a shotgun, looking over to his right. The ball might go that way. He rolls over that way. Throws a screen out to the left. Caught by Delgado. Running room all over the place. Along the sideline to the 15 to 10. Breaks a tackle. He dives. That's a touchdown for Valley. That is a touchdown on the screen pass from Havlicek to Delgado. 38 yards away. The Vikings are on the board. Brush 21, Valley 6.
So Delgado's got 89 yards out of their total 120 yards passing, or out of their 130 yards passing. Digger's going to have to pay close attention to him as he receives the ball out of the backfield. That time he ended up catching the ball and he turned it upfield right down the sideline, but they had some really good blocking out there on our corners.
Yeah, no bead diggers were out there essentially. The extra point is going to be off the crossbar and no good. Off the front of the crossbar, no good. Wow. 6:43 to go, second quarter. It is Brush 21, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Valley gets on the board. 38-yard pass from Avery Havlicek to Victor Delgado. PAT was missed over there by Mosul. 21-6, and this one is squibbed. Fielded at the 15 by Guzman. Running to his left across the 25. Jitterbugging to the 30. Back to the middle to the 35-yard line. And then he's held up at the 35 by Jacob Hernandez and thrown down right there, a return of close to 20 yards. And now let's see, Dave, if the Beat Diggers can counter that drive. 8 plays, I should say. 65 yards in 4 minutes and 20 seconds for the Vikings.
Yeah, the Diggers just going to get back into their groove again. That last series just had that loss of yards there on second down and kind of threw us into a tizzy, and we weren't able to recover from it.
Ball officially is at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers. Maltos Garcia's under center. Guzman is in motion to the right. And the pitch right to Mikey Gutierrez. All types of running room to the 50-yard line. Still on his feet along the sideline. Tackled at the 40. That's a gain of 24 yards for Mikey Gutierrez. And an easy first down, and Gutierrez is going to be on his way to 100 yards before halftime.
Yep, 59 yards now on 4 carries. As the Diggers ran that 58 quick pitch, but Valley lined up in that split 6 formation. Remember, Ray used to run that against us all the time, where they have a guy straight across from the guard and the tackle and the tight end, and then the 2 linebackers there in the middle, so the outside's wide open.
Valley takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 6:21 to go second quarter. Their second timeout taken, with the Beat Diggers up 21-6, and Mikey Gutierrez, after that long run, is out of the game just for a breather. And you're right, Dave. The only drive the Beat Diggers did not look good was that most recent drive. But normally when a team scores against them, they're right out on the field and usually responding in a favorable fashion.
Yeah, the great thing about our team is we just have so many guys with savvy. You know, they can do things on the field that, you know, a lot of teams can't, because they do stuff that you don't have to coach. You know, a lot of teams have to have, you know, their coaches and their smarter teammates have to tell each other what to do, and a lot of our guys make plays just because they've seen it before. They've been doing it for 3 or 4 years now on this varsity, and so they make plays happen that wouldn't ordinarily fly.
1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 41-yard line of the Vikings, leading 21-6 with 6:21 to go in the second quarter. Rosenbrock is in the backfield along with Gutierrez. Maltos Garcia, with the backs now split, will hand it off to Rosenbrock along the 40-yard line, slips out of a tackle, and he's down inside the 35 to the 33, looks like. A gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 to go for Brush.
That takes him to 40 yards on 4 carries. Diggers just run off tackle on that play and exploit the defense. But again, no free safety. They had 2 guys out here covering our receivers in that 300 formation, and look for Brush to tear that apart when they don't have anybody back there in the middle.
And Maltos Garcia remains under center. From the 33, there is the pitch left. Conrad Cole with a seam to the outside, a first down to the 30, and he's dragged down from behind, probably at about the 25, 26-yard line. Drew Reams was there on the contain, and the gain is 8 for Conrad Cole, and it's first down for Brush.
So Brush runs quick pitch right, quick pitch left, and I think they're just going to keep after it until Valley decides to take some of those people out of the middle.
From the 25, the man on the outside is Zeke Coronado. The quarterback under center is Kyle Rosenbrock. In motion to the right is Peterson from the 25. Rosenbrock will hand it off to Gutierrez, off right tackle, cuts it back to the inside the 20, dives to about the 16-yard line. Hard running there by Mikey Gutierrez. And it's a gain of close to 9. 2nd down and a yard to go for Brush, and that's 3 carries. Actually 4 on this drive, which have gone for a total of close to 50 yards.
Yeah, Mikey did a good job running the ball that time, and he ran off tackle. And right when the kid from Valley, the linebacker, was flying in there to try to get a hold of him, he kind of stopped and used his left hand to help pass him by, and then he cut it back up inside of him.
2nd down and 1 to go from the Valley 16-yard line. Again, Rosenbrock is under center. Handoff right side. Gutierrez skips over a defender. First down along the right sideline of the 5. Touchdown! Mikey Gutierrez has scored his 2nd touchdown of the game. 16 yards away. Brush 27, Valley 6.
84 yards for Mikey, 6 carries. The Diggers running that 46 play where, one of their backs kicks the defensive end out, and then Mikey runs it off tackle inside of it, and Valley just couldn't react. But again, like we've been saying, defensively, they're not making the adjustments they need to make to have containment, and the Diggers are just exploiting it.
And now the extra point to be attempted by Jaron Peterson. He was 6 for 6 last week, 3 for 3 so far today. Off the hold of baby Matos Garcia. The snap is perfect, the kick is up, and that kick is good. We have 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the second quarter. It is Brush 28, Valley 6, and you are listening to Brush Bee Digger Football on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Jaron Peterson to kick it off after Mikey Gutierrez's 16-yard touchdown run. A line drive bounces at the 15-yard line across the 20 to the 25, and down at the 30 for Valley is Trevor Schneider.
On the return, number 14, Trevor Schneider.
Down on special teams there for the Bee Diggers was Hunter Bostrom.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Vikes with about 4:19 left in the second quarter.
Those are hard to field. That ball took a bad hop and looked like it might be one of those that would go right over his head, but it didn't. It just bounced right into his belly.
Keep in mind, we'll have video highlights up on our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube, also at KSIRsports.com. Out of the shotgun is Hanselchek from the 30-yard line. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to throw Hanselchek, looking to the weak side. Takes off with the football, hit by Shaver across the 30 to the 32, maybe the 33. Picks up 3 yards in the play, 2nd down and 7.
Runs it up the gut.
And we are inside of 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Shaver didn't get upfield too far from his defensive end position, so right when Hanselchek took off running the ball, he just closed inside, crashed down, and made the tackle.
From the 33-yard line, 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. On 2nd down and 7 to go from their own 33. Hanselchek's going to hand it off to Delgado, running off left tackle to the 35, held up by Woodward, but still running very hard as Delgado to about the 37, gaining 4 on the play.
Number 36, Victor Delgado.
3rd and 3, and let me tell you, Delgado might be the most impressive running back we've seen this year. That Everett Marr was very good for Glenwood Springs, but he was also used as a receiver.
3rd down for the Vikes.
Well, Delgado doesn't have the speed that Mars had, but the one thing he does have is some power.
Big time.
He puts a shoulder down, and you feel it when you tackle him.
Looks like a wrestler.
I don't even know if he is or not. I've been out of it for a while. Can't remember any of the names anymore.
3rd and 3 for the 37. Hanselchek is under shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Will Delgado get the football off a handoff? And the answer is yes. To the right, cutting it back to the inside, and he dives to the 40. That should be a 1st down. Boy, that cutback is lethal. And Rosenbrock made the hit. That should be a 1st down after the gain of 3 for Victor Delgado.
Yeah, he kind of sets people up, doesn't he? He runs out there and makes it look like he's gonna take it outside wide, and then when he cuts it back, he does it with his body at an angle. He doesn't have his shoulders facing upfield.
Looks like they're going to measure with 2:48 to go. Yeah, but it looks good from here. There's no question about it. Northeast Colorado's locally owned Hometown Savings and Loan, with locations in Fort Morgan and Brush, is Equitable Savings and Loan with financial solutions for you. And Bailey Mechanical Heating and Air Conditioning, as it will be a 1st down for Valley. With the winter months not far away, make sure your furnace is in good working order. And when you're thinking of a new furnace, call Bailey Mechanical Heating and Air Conditioning, 522-0471. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 40-yard line. They've only got 1 timeout remaining.
3 minutes to go.
And I'm sure the Bee Diggers are cognizant of that screenplay that resulted in a touchdown for Valley early in the game. Why not try it again if they can get away with it?
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to keep pushing that luck as much as they can until Brush is able to stop it.
Trips to the right. Delgado in motion to the left. Play action. Pressure coming deep up the left sideline. Guzman nearly picked it off. It was right in his hands at the 32. Oh, that probably was the easiest catch he's had all season. He's got such great hands. He doesn't know how he didn't make that catch. He was much closer than the intended receiver, Chacon. 2nd down and 10. This is 10-10 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley. John Beltran with Dave Urig. with the Beet Diggers up 28-6 with 2:35 to go. I still don't know how he dropped it, Dave.
Well, sometimes you drop the easiest ones. That's the third interception we've dropped tonight. We could have been looking at a running clock.
2nd and 10 for Valley at their own 40-yard line. Again, a passing situation. Low snap. Hanzlicek throws to his left. That pass is caught by Reams underneath, but tackled by Peterson at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. 3rd down and 6 to go. The Beet Diggers do have 2 timeouts remaining if they get the football back, as we are under 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go before the break.
134 yards now. They've completed 9 of 15. It's a pretty effective passing attack, but they expect, the Diggers expected that coming in here.
On 3rd down and 6 to go from their own 44. Hanzlicek under center. They've handed off a couple of times out of this formation. Hanzlicek, play action, rolling to his right. The pressure's coming. Shaver's right there, works his way out of it. Shaver gets him from behind and sacks him. Back at about the 40-41 yard line, a loss of 3. 4th down and 9. I wonder if the Beet Diggers will call a timeout. They got 1:30 to go. Because Valley's going to chew up time here. I doubt they'll go for it. I wouldn't see why they would do that. And now the Beet Diggers do call a timeout, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. 1:18 to go, 2nd quarter. Brush 28, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Drew Reams to punt for Valley, and he gets off in high fluttering punt, but boy, off almost maybe the side of his foot, because that was pretty short out there. It's going to go out of bounds at the 36-yard line on that 4th and 9, only a punt of 23 yards. So the Beet Diggers actually, Dave, have pretty good field position with 1:12 to go before the break.
This is going to be good practice for Brush to see if they can put a bunch of plays together with just a little bit of time left on the clock. Little 2-minute offense time.
That'll be 1st and 10. From their own 37-yard line. Rosenbrock at a shotgun, looking to throw, still looking. And he's hit as he throws. The pass is caught by a lineman. The pass is caught by a lineman at the 33-yard line. Beet Diggers are going to lose yardage. And it was caught by Woodward. 2nd down and 14. Wow. Now the Beet Diggers might take their time after that near disaster. Still a loss of 4 on that pass. The race up to the line of scrimmage. You still got 43 seconds to go. And this is a high-octane offense. From their own 33, Rosenbrock back to throw. Plenty of protection. Deep over the middle. And it's intercepted. A diving interception at the 49-yard line. Again, leading the receiver, Alexander, way too much. And he was picked off by Riley Diedrich. And Valley will have the football with 33.6 seconds to go.
Diedrich did a good job of laying out there. He was basically an inch from the ground when he got his arms underneath the ball, but really good play by him. Like you said, Rosenbrock just led him a little bit too much trying to throw that post pass.
And that was one-on-one coverage. If he leads him perfectly, he's had a couple of occasions where it could have been a touchdown from the 50. 1 timeout remaining for Valley out of a shotgun. Hanzlicek, deep drop, pumping, pressure coming, and throws it incomplete off his back foot. Into the ground at the 42-yard line. Closest receiver was Brendan Gonzalez. 2nd down and 10 to go with 29.4 seconds remaining.
So 9 for 16. Hanzlicek is 134 yards. Digger defense had some pretty good pressure out there from Clay Shaver and Jose Rodriguez.
On 2nd down and 10 from midfield. Hanzlicek is under center. Maybe they're relying on Delgado to break one off a handoff. There's going to be a pitch right to Delgado. Swings it to the outside, back to the middle to the 45-yard line. He's got running room across the 40 to the 37, a gain of 13. Mikey Gutierrez makes the tackle, 21.8 seconds to go. Valley actually, they got time to heave it in the end zone. They're going to have to get up to the line of scrimmage. The clock restarts. We're now at 17 seconds to go. Probably a couple of plays remaining. Under center, Hanzlicek will spike it into the ground. 13.7. That could open it up now for 2 more plays. 2nd down and 10 for Valley.
Heads up for Valley right there, being able to stop the clock. But it doesn't make sense yet. They had the trips out here, and they still waited to make sure their guy got up on the line of scrimmage. He checked the official to make sure his foot was on the line. They disguise, it's like they were still trying to disguise who the outside receiver was going to be.
And then they spiked it. 8 seconds went off the clock. That's 8 of 21 remaining. Now it's 13.7.
But we're glad about it.
Well, it certainly helps Brush's cause. 2nd down and 10 for the Beet Digger 37-yard line. 2 plays remaining here in this first half. A third if there's a defensive penalty. Hanzlicek to throw. Deep over the middle. The pass is caught. First down inside the 20 to the 15. Maybe just the 16 to Brendan Gonzalez. It's a gain of 21. Clock stops with 8.5 seconds to go. And let's see if Valley calls a timeout. And they will. So timeout for Valley. They've got a shot to make this a 2-touchdown game.
It's their final timeout of the half.
That was a good play. Whenever you can attack over the middle like that, you got some pretty good odds at completing the pass. It's hard for those defenders to make the play. That free safety standing back there, he sees the receiver coming over the middle, and that receiver's usually looking him right in the eyes, so he can't let in. The coaches are all telling the safety, don't let anybody get behind you, and so you run a fairly deep pattern over the middle, and that free safety's got to give you the pass. Your linebacker can't get back there to cover it. It's too far back.
Yeah, they've only held the football here for 25 seconds, starting at midfield off the Riley Diedrich interception. But they're already at the Brush 16-yard line, trailing 28-6 with 8.5 seconds to go before halftime. 1st and 10 for Valley. And again, because they ran that play so quickly and called a timeout, they do have 2 plays remaining. They're looking to get into the end zone on this play. On 1st down, Hanzlicek has the football, rolls to his right, looking, setting up towards the end zone, incomplete. Gonzalez was out there, but the pass was too strong. I got to tell you, Dave, who's the clock operator here? Are you kidding me? That play took 3 seconds? That is a fraud. That play did not take 3 seconds. That is a that's a hometown operator there. 2nd down and 10 for the 16. That play took at least 5 seconds.
Easily. But the pass was so wide, it was never going to be completed. He would have been 3 or 4 yards out of bounds.
Let's watch the clock here with 5.2 seconds to go. Hanzlicek has the snap. That's a late start as well. Throwing over the middle. Pass is tipped. Intercepted to the goal line by Guzman. At the 5-yard line, Guzman to the 10. And now he's going to backtrack and reverse his field back to the 5, trying to break tackles along the 10-yard line. Needs a block, and he's going to be taken down out of bounds across the 25 to the 26. And that's the end of the opening half with the score. Brush 28, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beet Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 28-6 as we get ready for the 3rd quarter on homecoming night in Gilchrist. They did a really nice job here.
Yeah, it was pretty neat, You start with the football field. They have a big old Viking painted in the middle. It's yellow and black and kind of gray. That's pretty neat. And then they also had a whole bunch of different kids involved. They had little kids out there with their cheerleaders. They had a little dance go on. They had their choir over there singing on a trailer, and then it ended with a great big fireworks display.
Yeah, it goes beyond a high school event. You make it into a community event, and that's why the people were so happy with what was happening here during the halftime homecoming festivities. But the Beet Digger fans are certainly happy right now that the Beet Diggers lead this game by the 28-6 score. Valley will receive the 3rd quarter kickoff. The Beet Diggers have led since the opening drive when Kyle Rosenbrock scored from 4 yards out. And Valley's driven into Beet Digger territory 3 times and scored once. And that's why when Dave ran through the halftime numbers, they were so close, yardage-wise. But it's not, you don't play this game necessarily in between the 30s.
That's right. We've seen that a lot of times over the years where time of possession we'd be killed, but it was because we could score so fast. So that's kind of what was happening here tonight. It didn't take very many plays to put those points on the board. That coupled with the fact we had great field position.
But this is a nice offense for the Bead Diggers to defend because they show you so many different looks. They've got some weapons. They've got a strong running back. And after the Bead Diggers made it look easy last week in Lamar, it's nice to have this almost change of pace and a completely different offense because Lamar really doesn't like to throw, even though they pass for nearly 100 yards. And that's basically 2/3 of Valley's game, if not 3/4 of Valley's game.
Yeah, but as the coach, I'd be a little frustrated with this because, you're trying to get your guys ready for the playoffs. So, you want to see those kind of offenses that playoff teams run. And then you have to spend a whole week practicing to cover this bunch formation that Valley runs and, block a defense where, they're blitzing every hole. And, it just causes you to get out of sync. It's like getting ready to play against a single wing team. It doesn't really help you. It doesn't help you when you have that big goal in the end of the season, you're preparing for.
Jaron Peterson to kick it off.
This second half, let's make sure we get nice and loud.
Back deep to receive is Angelo Garcia. Flanked out there by a couple of teammates. And Peterson runs up to the football, nails that one high and deep. Garcia fields it at the 7. Running to his left across the 15 to the 20. Then he's hammered at about the 25-yard line. I don't know who made that tackle, but it looked very impressive. Might have been Conrad Cole.
I think it might have been Cookie Barraza.
Well, they don't look anything like each other, so you probably saw better than I would. I just know that as soon as Garcia ran into a Bead Digger, Garcia went down.
Well, Barraza did what he was supposed to do. He ran right through that wedge. The Valley kid was trying to run it up behind it, so as soon as he got behind it, he just ran right into his arms.
At the 26-yard line for Valley. Out of the shotgun is Hanzacek. On first down, the handoff to Delgado, stutter stepping, and he's got nothing. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. Excellent penetration there by Joe Carwin. Second down and 10 to go for the Vikings.
Yep, so that's the telegraph play. Every time he had those big runs, they'd bring him in motion from that bunch formation back there and then hand him the ball. So it's one of those things where the Diggers knew it was coming.
They're shy of the 26-yard line on second down. Hanzacek out of a shotgun. 3 receivers split to the left. Now they realign them. 2 each side. Now trips to the right. They're really moving the Bead Digger defenders around. And there's an errant snap. He's got to chase it down, run to his right, throw off his back foot. That's going to be picked off by Peterson along the sideline. An ill-advised pass at the Valley 34-yard line. Dave said it was coming, and it happened.
He even kept 2 feet in. Did you see that? He made sure he had his tiptoes in right there on the line. And just a great play there by Peterson as he was able to stay in position with the kid he was guarding and then also keep his eye on the quarterback to see when he threw the ball.
First and 10 at the Valley 34.
Clay Shaver put a lot of pressure on Hanzacek out, right before he threw the ball, so that really helped.
Let's see the Bead Diggers try to work on this passing game to begin the third. Rosenbrock in a shotgun. Peterson in motion to the right, and the ball is fumbled, and the Bead Diggers fall on it. Looked like a fake to Peterson, and they fell on it. Rosenbrock did at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of about 3, second down and 13.
I think he actually wanted to hand it to Peterson, but the snap was so high. By the time he brought it down to put it in Peterson's belly, it was too late because he was past him.
Yeah, the official mark we'll call it the 37 on second down and close to 14. That's the third turnover, by the way, committed by Valley. 2 interceptions and a fumble. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rosenbrock is in a shotgun. On second down, there's the option right. Rosenbrock takes off with the football, doesn't have much. He fumbles the ball, I believe, or did he stay down? No, I think he fumbled it because Valley's pointing towards the other direction. And the ball is recovered by Valley. At the 36-yard line, Rosenbrock took a pop. And a rare fumble by Rosenbrock. Recovered by Juan Gomez.
I actually thought the ground caused the fumble on that, though. But, nonetheless, the Valley kid came up with the football. Both teams coming out making some mistakes. that long halftime chilled them out a little bit.
1st and 10 for Valley at their own 35-yard line. 28-6 Brush. Less than 2 minutes to go, or less than 2 minutes into the third quarter. There's the handoff to Delgado running wide to the right, and he's nearly stripped, and he fumbles the ball. There's a flag down. He's down at the 39-yard line. He was down by contact, though.
Peterson ripped that ball out of his hands, but he just kept running. He didn't realize he dropped the ball. If he would have known, he could have turned around and jumped on it. I think that would have been Brush's ball.
Now that penalty will be against Valley on that sweep to the right. A hold against the Vikings, and it was behind the line of scrimmage, so that's going to draw them way back. Let's see where they mark it off from, with the Beet Diggers up by 22 in a very slow start to this third quarter, already the third possession. And we've got 9:59 to go. And when the flags are down, that just extends the game that much more. Luckily, it's a very pleasant night temperature-wise.
Valley's got a huge crowd over here. We don't have much of a crowd following for the Diggers. The visiting bleachers aren't very full, but the Valley crowd here sure has gotten a lot more quiet.
That's a 14-yard penalty. 1st down and 24 to go for the Vikings at their own 22-yard line. They've got to get to their own 46. Maybe it's time for another turnover. In a shotgun is Hanzelchek, trips to the right. Hanzelchek drops the snap, picks the ball up, heaves it up the middle. The pass is caught. A diving reception, a short gain to Peyton Chacon at about the 27-yard line. Only a gain of 5. 2nd down and 19 go for Valley.
So they look like they're going to throw it over here to the right side with that bunch of receivers over here. He didn't even look this way. He was looking Cone's way the whole time.
Let's see who that Valley center is. He might be getting tired. That was actually a good snap, but been a couple of bad snaps here.
That takes him to 160 yards on 11 completions.
2nd and 19 from the 27. There's the handoff, the sweep there to Delgado, cuts it back towards the middle. He's got a yard to the 28, and he's driven back by about 5 Beet Diggers and make it 6 with Peterson. 3rd down, and they might give him the 29-yard line with forward progress on the gain of 2. 3rd down and 17 to go for Valley. With the football just shy of the 29-yard line. And the Beet Diggers up 28-6. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right from the 29. On 3rd down and 17. Hanzelchek is going to roll to his left. Sets up, throws deep over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Reams at the 44. He was actually open. There were 2 Beet Digger defenders behind him. And it's 4th down and Valley will have to punt.
You tell Nico really wanted to have a piece of that one again. He thought the kid was going to tip the ball, so he didn't really make a play for it.
And Nico Guzman standing at his own 41-yard line as he backtracks inside the 40. Drew Reams to punt on his 4th and 17. A low snap. Reams gets it off. A high, short punt. It'll bounce at the 44-yard line of Brush. Take a Valley roll out of bounds. Just inside the 40 and about the 39. The Beet Diggers have very good field position with 8:06 remaining in the third, leading 28-6.
It's almost the same spot he kicked it out of bounds last time.
Well, can the Brush offense capitalize with good field position with actually that ball at the 40? Only 60 yards from the land of no hash marks. 1st and 10. Arnoldo Maltos Garcia is the quarterback. Mikey G and Rosenbrock in the backfield. The pitch right to Mikey Gutierrez. Swings it to the 45 along the right sideline to the 40. Mikey Gutierrez to the 30. And he's out of bounds. Another big run for Mikey Gutierrez right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 30. And a Brush 1st down.
So that takes him to 114 yards. 7 carries. But again, that quick pitch wide open because Valley's still in that 8-man front. All those guys up there trying to stop the run inside the tackles, and the Diggers just aren't attacking there. Cameron Alexander had a great block down there, though, didn't he? He maintained it on that corner, and boy, that really sprung some things open.
Now Rosenbrock is under center. This might be out of a passing situation. 1st and 10 from the 30. Rosenbrock hands it off right up the gut, and a short hole there for Gutierrez. Inside the 30 to the 28. Picks up 2 yards in the play. Big defensive lineman Adam Gonzalez, a 6-foot, 290-pound senior, makes the tackle. 2nd down and 8 to go for Brush.
Yeah, that's not usual. Rosenbrock handed that thing off, then he dropped back acting like he was faking, like he was going to throw the ball. I'm not sure if it was even a trap. I think we just tried to slam it right behind our guard.
Rosenbrock in a shotgun. 2nd down and 8 from the Valley 28-yard line. B-Diggers up by 22. He's got the football. Rosenbrock, he hands it off very late and nothing there. That was Gutierrez. He had not only nothing, he lost 2 back to the 30. 3rd and 10 as there was too much penetration by a couple of Vikings on the left side of their defensive line.
Well, they're packing that box there, and the Diggers are trying to run right at it. Just not a lot of running room. Some of those defensive players were able to get upfield, and it didn't allow Mikey a chance to even be able to get any momentum.
3rd and 10 at the Valley 30. Neither team has scored in the 3rd quarter. We're nearly midway through. Rosenbrock in a shotgun, awaits the snap. Shaver in motion to the right. Rosenbrock with a 3-step drop deep up the sideline. Pass is incomplete. Well, he overthrew Nico Guzman in the end zone. 4th and 10. There's no doubt that Kyle's had issues with touch tonight.
Yeah, he's been off the mark a little bit. Guzman was open. That would have been a touchdown if he would have hit him. Valley again, though, they had 9 guys in the box. Until we sent a guy in motion to get out there, they wouldn't have had anybody out there, so they're in that man-to-man coverage.
Well, you wonder, the B-Diggers have not run that bootleg today, and that's a great 4th down play they normally run, even on a 4th and 10. And Rosenbrock is under center. Gutierrez and Cole in the backfield from the Valley 30-yard line. On 4th and 10. Back to throw is Rosenbrock. Pressure coming. A screen to the left, incomplete. And it was well read by Valley. Conrad Cole was there. Nearly an early hit there by Victor Delgado. And that screen was blown up. And Valley takes over on downs.
Well, actually, I think he tackled Conrad before the ball got there. So yeah, that was actually pass interference as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it was bang, bang. It was bang, bang. And Valley's got the ball. With 6:16 to go. Yeah, this offense for Brush has sputtered here in this second half, but as long as they hold Valley, they're in good shape.
Well, they ran right at him in between the tackles, kind of shut us down, but that's going to give them something to think about next time as they run that defense. That should leave things wide open on the outside.
Hanzlicek rolls to his left, throws it out to his right. Delgado's wide open. It's got it at the 25-yard line, but he cannot break the tackle from Mikey Gutierrez, who throws him for a 1-yard loss, unless they're going to give him the 30-yard line. Yeah, the 30, no gain. 2nd down and 10 to go for Valley, and that was the same play that Valley used to score their only touchdown, this time to the opposite side, and the B-Diggers read it nicely thanks to Mikey G.
Yep, just a great play. And it looked like he was going to lose him there for a minute, but he just stayed with it and actually dropped down to his legs so that Delgado couldn't drive off that inside one.
5:41 to go, 3rd quarter. Brush 28, Valley 6. That was the halftime score as well. Hanzlicek under center. On 2nd down and 10 for the 30. Trips to the left. That'll be a handoff, and that's going to be a big-time loss. Incredible penetration by Clay Shaver, and a loss of about 3 or 4 on the play. The handoff went to Dominic Mosel, and he had no chance. Back to the 28, a loss of 2. I don't know where that 2 yards came from, because it looked like more like -3 instead of -2, but 3rd and 12.
Well, the only guys for Valley that moved were the center, the quarterback, and Mosel. So I think they were going on 2, and the center snapped it early. Luckily, our defensive players were watching the ball, and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, because Shaver was unblocked. In a shotgun. Hanzlicek on 3rd down and 12. from the 28. Back to throw, deep drop, throwing to the right sideline. The pass is incomplete. Right off the hands of the intended receiver, wide open at the 38-yard line was Mosel. Would have been short of a first down as Alexander was defending, and Valley has to punt again.
So the Diggers running a few tricks up there. They usually play things pretty straight on defense, but that time they ran a twist play where their Carwin, who's playing defensive tackle, he shot to the outside while Clay Shaver twisted over to the inside to try to get some rush.
Novus Auto Glass at repair and replacement. Novus gets you back on the road. Novus Auto Glass, a high short punt towards the sideline. And watch out, Alexander nearly hit off of him as it goes out of bounds, rolling sideways at the 39-yard line. Almost the same exact field position the Beat Diggers had in their most recent drive. And they did get a 30-yard run by Mikey Gutierrez before the drive stalled at the Valley 30-yard line with 4:38 to go in the third.
There must be a ball magnet over there, because that's where it keeps going out of bounds.
Well, let's see if the Beat Diggers can get back into the end zone. It's been a while, even though they've got a 22-point cushion.
So passing, here's some numbers for you. 11, 11, 11, 33, 55.
Wow. First and 10 for the 39. Matos Garcia on the pitch right to Gutierrez. He's going to be thrown for a loss. He's got nothing. A 4-yard loss. That was the big man again. 6 foot 290. And that was Adam Gonzalez throwing Gutierrez for a 4-yard loss, second down and 14.
Boy, he is a big kid. That time we tried that same quick pitch he got that 30-yard carry with last time, but Valley was keen to it.
Credit Valley, they're playing much better defense here. I know the Beat Diggers are not executing on certain plays, but Valley has something to do with that. Rosenbrock in a shotgun, second down and 14 from their own 35-yard line. Rosenbrock, quick drop, throws to his right, pass complete to Guzman along the right sideline. He's across the 40. And in fact, went out of bounds right there, a gain of only 5. Third down and 9. They just needed some momentum. This is as much as Brush's offense has been stymied since the second half against Fort Morgan. Third and 9 at their own 40-yard line. Again, Rosenbrock is in a shotgun. Shaver in motion to the right. Rosenbrock with a two-step drop, throws over the middle. The pass is complete to Guzman at the 40-yard line, running to his left to the 35. Guzman along the sideline to the 25. Cuts it back, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds. First down for the Beat Diggers, all the way down to about the 21-yard line. That'll be a gain of 39 yards.
That takes Nico to 99 yards tonight. Just a great play there. And Brush exploiting that pass over the middle, sort of a post pattern. Nico, instead of just turning it upfield, he's always looking for more yards, so he gave a little ground in order to get upfield.
First and 10 for Brush at the Valley 21-yard line. Baby Matos Garcia is under center. And long count for him. Still hasn't snapped the ball. There's the give right to Rosenbrock, and he's got nothing. Maybe a yard to the 20-yard line. That took a long time to get Matos Garcia the ball. And we've got an injured Valley Viking on the field. It's a gain of a yard just inside the 20-yard line. Second down and 9 with 3:19 to go in the third. And the Beat Diggers holding a 28-6 lead. We'll take a break for the injury. Brush by 22 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 28-6 with 3:19 to go in the third quarter on homecoming night in Gilcrest. As the injured Valley Viking, Nick Hawkins, is being assisted off the field. The Beat Diggers have the football, second down and 9 to go from the 20-yard line. Neither team has scored in the third quarter. Fort Morgan has already won tonight, 57-0 over Welch Central on homecoming night in Fort Morgan, so we welcome those listeners to this broadcast of Brush Bee Digger football, as the Bee Diggers are looking to make it 5-0.
Gonna bring up second down for Brush.
And the Bee Diggers have done a pretty good job of swapping quarterbacks in this game between Matos Garcia and Rosenbrock. And this time it's Matos Garcia. On second down and 9 from the 20-yard line. Rosenbrock and Gutierrez are in the backfield. And there's the give on the counter to Gutierrez. He's hit in the backfield again by Adam Gonzalez. Nobody blocked him. A loss of about 3. They'll put it at the 22, so officially 2 to the 22. So now it's third down and about 11 to go after the 2-yard loss by Gutierrez. Man, no matter how good Brush is, you don't block somebody. Even the best running backs are not going to run through that. On 3rd and 11 from the 22. 2 receivers split out to the left and right. The quarterback this time is Rosenbrock. Back to throw, looking to his left. Now rolling to his right. Pressure coming, throwing off his back foot. In the end zone, incomplete. At the goal line was Cameron Alexander, but it went over his right hand.
He might have jumped just a little bit too soon. Got to give Rosenbrock some credit. That time Valley didn't blitz anybody. And then Rosenbrock rolled out to the right side. He put it up in the air for grabs because he knew Cameron could jump for it. Cameron just jumped a little too soon.
4th and 11 from the 22. The Bee Diggers have been in Valley territory already earlier in this quarter, but no points to show for it. Out of a shotgun from the 22. On 4th down and 11. Rosenbrock back to throw off the play action, rolling right, setting up, throwing deep over the middle into the end zone, and it's caught at the 2, at the 1, spinning, scoring! Touchdown! Touchdown is Alec Peterson on 4th and 11 from 22 yards away. Brush 34, Valley 6.
So Rosenbrock 128 yards passing. Again, he made something happen. You know, he had to roll out to the right side. Valley brought a bunch of people on a blitz. The offensive line did a good job of picking him up, and Kyle did a good job of finding his secondary receiver right in the middle.
There was a flag thrown after the play, so it's going to be some type of personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not sure who the penalty is being assessed against, though, because we're still waiting for the preliminary indication. This will be unsportsmanlike conduct against Valley, and that should be assessed on the ensuing kickoff. And Jaron Peterson will be attempting the extra point. Off the hold of Arnoldo Matos Garcia to give Brush a 29-point lead. Awaiting the snap is Baby. There it is. It's low. The kick is up. That kick is perfect. 1:58 to go. Third quarter. Brush 35. Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 7 plays, 61 yards in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Alec Peterson with a 22-yard catch off the pass from Kyle Rosenbrock, his second touchdown of the game. Bee Diggers lead 35-6. And with the Bee Diggers kicking off from the Valley 45 following the penalty, Jaron Peterson kicked it over the back of the end zone. So Valley's got the ball with 1:58 to go in the third at their own 20-yard line. The quarterback Hanselcheck is under center this time. Victor Delgado, the lone setback. 2 receivers out to the left and the right. On first down, that handoff running left to Delgado. Cuts it back towards the middle. Breaks out of a tackle, but not a second. The penetration initially over there looked like it might have been Shaver. No, it was Rosenbrock. And no gain back to the 20. Second down and 10 to go for Valley.
Randy Woodward did a pretty good job from his defensive end position over there, too. Rosenbrock got there first, but when he spun out of that, Woodward was able to slow him down so that everybody else could jump on.
Actually drove him back to the 19, 2nd and 11. Out of a shotgun is Hanselcheck. Drew Reams is in motion to the right. awaiting the snap, rolling to his right, setting up, throwing deep up the side, intercepted by Alexander at the 40, along the left sideline to the 20, and he's tackled from behind at the 15. The third interception thrown by Hanselchek, and the Beat Diggers are in the red zone with just over a minute to go in the third quarter off the INT by Cameron Alexander.
Cameron did a great job reading the quarterback on that, and then after he caught the ball, boy, he turned on the afterburners, and he was smelling the end zone, that's for sure. But he was just able, the Valley was able to corral him over there using the sidelines.
With 1:04 to go in the third. The football is resting at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10. Matos Garcia's under center. There was movement on the Valley side. Well, the penalties have been limited in this third quarter. But that should be offsides against Valley based on the body language. I didn't see a Beat Digger move, which will make it 1st and 5 from the 11.
Yeah, they were trying to draw him offsides. Rush shows up there in that 200 formation, like a double tight, and trying to show some power. And Valley, you know, they're sending some blitzes. The only blitzing the Diggers have done is maybe doing a couple twists here and there with their defensive tackle and their defensive end. But Valley's bringing some linebackers there in the middle, and with all those people in the box, Brush has got to make them stay honest.
From the 11, the backs are split. Matos Garcia hands it off to Rosenbrock, running left inside the 5, and he dives for the end zone. He's in! Touchdown for Kyle Rosenbrock. His second of the game, this one coming from 11 yards out. And the Beat Diggers now lead by 35, 41-6, still late in the third quarter.
51 yards now for Rosenbrock on 8 carries, and, you know, he just runs so hard. So, you know, he runs with that power, and he just wasn't going to be denied. Good blocking out there by Rodriguez.
A simple one-play drive for the Beat Diggers as they gave it to Kyle Rosenbrock. And now the extra point again by Jaron Peterson. Snap is high, and the kick is up, and that one is just inside the right upright. Nice job of Matos Garcia getting the ball down. 58.4 seconds to go, third quarter. Brush 42, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Trevor Schneider fields the ensuing kickoff across the 25 to the 30, tackled at about the 31 or 32 yard line before the play is made. Off the third interception thrown by Avery Hanselchek, intercepted by Cameron Alexander, the Beat Diggers took advantage as Kyle Rosenbrock scored from 11 yards out. It's now 42-6. Valley with a football, 1st and 10. The official mark is their own 33-yard line with 51.5 seconds to go in the third. Out of a shotgun, handoff, Delgado stutter stepping right up the gut across the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of 3. Aaron Williams and Mikey Gutierrez make the hit. 2nd down, and they'll call it about 6 to go for the 37.
44 yards for him now on 16 carries. And it seems like when they put him in motion back behind the quarterback and they hand him the ball, they just kind of let him pick the hole he's going to run to.
16 seconds to go in the third. 2nd down and 6 for the 37 under center. Handoff Delgado up the middle, hit by Williams at the 40s, down right there, a gain of 3. That's the end of the third quarter. Brush 42, Valley 6. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back with Dave Urigan, Gilchrist. It is Brush 42, Valley 6 as we begin the fourth quarter. Valley will have it 3rd down. It should be a 3rd down and 2 from their own 41. They have yet to reset the chains. The Beat Diggers scored 2 touchdowns late in the third quarter. 22-yard pass from Rosenbrock to Alec Peterson, and Rosenbrock's 11-yard run.
Valley's got a pretty strong wind at their back now. That's going to help their passing game.
On 3rd and 2 for the 41. Gonzalez in motion to the left. Handoff, left side, and short of a 1st down at the 42. Driven back very nicely was Delgado. And in fact, they're going to say it was hit right at the line of scrimmage. Matos Garcia ran through a block. A couple other bead diggers in on the play as well. 4th and 2.
Yeah, that was just a great job. That defensive line held the line of scrimmage, and our linebackers flew up there to help push him backwards.
On 4th and 2 from the 41. Hanzlicek under center once again. The deep back is Delgado. Will this be a handoff? Quarterback keeper right up the gut. That's a first down. That surprised the beat diggers. A fumble, and I think Brush has it at the 46-yard line, unless he was down by contact. And now we've got a late flag. 2 officials are pointing at different spots on the field. I mean, there's no question he had enough for the first down. Was he down by contact? Yeah, they give it to the beat diggers. That's the 5th turnover of the game committed by Valley. And Brush has it in Valley territory. And let's see what the late flag is all about as well.
One of the Valley players jumped in there after the fumble happened. He jumped in there. He's kind of losing his cool, their linebacker. And he was the fullback, I think, on that play. They put him in there like they were going to run that ISO, and they just tried to fake the diggers out as they ran the quarterback keeper instead. And it looks like he got a little emotional when the fumble happened.
Yeah, and I think, is that the Valley quarterback down, Dave?
Yeah. Yep, it sure is.
Yeah, Hanzlicek down at the 44-yard line. He must have taken a major pop. And that's what caused the football to come loose. And I didn't see the bead digger who recovered it, but there were 3 bead diggers right there. And now the football should be at the 32-yard line once they walk off the penalty, but they're waiting for the injured player to either walk or be assisted off the field.
Yeah, it looks like they're holding on to his ankle or his knee out there. Somebody probably flew in there and tried to make a low tackle and probably had his cleat planted in the grass.
It'll be at the 31-yard line of Valley. Well, let's see if they're going to have to carry him off the field. That's going to be too bad if that's the case. When it comes to livestock feed, you can rely on Colorado Soy to help deal with the nutritional needs of your livestock. Visit coloradosoy.com. And Pete's Farmers Cooperative have been in business since 1915. They're still the small-town company that cares about each of their individual customers. Now, this might take a little while. Hopefully not too long. Hanzlicek still not up. 11:05 to go, 4th quarter, and now he is up. So we'll keep it right here.
He's back to his
And
feet, folks.
Yep, you're right, Dave. It's that either right ankle, right knee is going to be carried off the field, and that's very unfortunate with the bead digger. So he's probably done for the game, trailing 42-6. Are the Valley Vikings. Your one-stop center for home improvement projects is Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. For flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more, Ackley Building Center. And, of course, stop, shop, and save on all your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. You can also pay your public service bill and access Western Union at the Brush Grocery Cart. Brush Grocery Cart, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers at the 31-yard line of Valley. A 42-6. A touchdown would get the game to a running clock. And Valley calls timeout. We'll take it with them. The Bead Diggers lead 42-6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bead Diggers have the football, 1st and 10 at the Valley 31-yard line. Leading 42-6. Matos Garcia's under center. In motion to the left is Guzman. The pitch left to Conrad Cole, and he's thrown down in the backfield for a loss of 4. There was no block at all.
They have a bunch of defensive ends out there. Like I said, 8 guys in the box, and those defensive ends usually we coach our guys to grab that outside shoulder and control that outside blocker, but they're just coming across the line, making that play pretty easy for them.
Trevor Gantenbein made the hit. 2nd down and 14 for the 35. in Valley territory. In motion to the right is Peterson. Matos Garcia hands off to Rosenbrock, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Right into the middle of the Valley defense. No gain, third down. And 14 to go. Dave, usually you don't throw the football up 36, but I tell you, you could exploit the perimeter here just with a short pass and go all the way.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They haven't been running the ball very well. It's going to be hard to pick up that kind of yard. Not unless they go to that bootleg.
From the 35-yard line, Gutierrez checks in. Rosenbrock is under center. On third down and 14. Rosenbrock, play action, looking to throw, steps back, deep over the middle. That pass is going to be caught by Shaver at the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Clay Shaver. On third down and 14. 35 yards away. Brush. 48, Valley 6. The third touchdown pass of the game from Kyle Rosenbrock.
Just a beautiful pass. Holy cow, he put that thing up. Plenty of room up in the air. Let Shaver run underneath of it to make the grab. And, you know, the kid from Valley had decent coverage, but it was just such a well-thrown ball.
And Shaver's second touchdown of the game. And the game has now gone, thankfully, to a running clock. It's taken a while to get there, but we are now there. A drive that took less than 2 minutes and covered 31 yards, but the Beet Diggers went backwards, and the extra point is up and good. Under 9 minutes to go, under a running clock in Gilchrist. Brush, 49. Valley 6. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Short kick fielded at the 15, but the knee was down at the 15-yard line. Off the Beet Digger touchdown. That was Tyler Nash to receive it. And under a running clock, the Beet Diggers with a healthy 49-6 lead.
First and 10 for the Vikes.
And here we go. Let's see who the new quarterback is for Valley. Let's see. That's probably Nash. Is it Nash himself or is that somebody else? At their own 15-yard line, off the snap. There's the give on the left side to Nash, and he's got nothing. Hit at the line of scrimmage, running to his left. As the new quarterback for the Vikings is Ty Bailey. So from one tie to the other. And Peterson and Gutierrez make the hit. 6:45 to go under a running clock. And it's second down and 10 to go for the Vikings. The Beet Diggers have scored all 21 points of the second half. They led 28-6 at the break. Out of a shotgun is Bailey. He'll hand it off on the right side to Nash, cutting it back to the middle. Flag is down. He's down at the 18-yard line, a gain of 3. But I think the 3 is going to go backwards. And as the clock continues to run, even for a penalty, it does not stop unless one of the teams calls a timeout, hold against Valley. So that'll take the football inside the 10. The Beet Diggers and Platte Valley Broncos on homecoming Friday next week right here on 1010 and KSIR.com with Beet Digger blast off at 6 o'clock, kickoff at 7 o'clock, and replay to follow. Football at the 7-yard line, so wipe out the 3-yard gain. It turns into an 8-yard penalty, essentially half the distance to the goal. Second down and 17 to go for the 15. 5.5 to go in the fourth. Brush 49, Valley 6. Out of a shotgun is Bailey. Awaits the snap. Will hand it off to Nash, running left across the 10-yard line. Spins to the 12. Got the 13 when he lunged and stretched that football out. Aaron Williams gets off the bottom of the pile, and Nash is now down. And an injury will also stop the clock. That's a gain of 6 for Nash, and now we're looking at a third down and 12.
The Diggers have a bunch of new faces out there. Andrew Guzman, number 75, Tristan Teeter, Randy Woodward still out there, Daniel Abarca, number 34, Aaron Williams, B.J. Hirschfield, number 21. Zeke Coronado's playing some defense. Conrad Cole's out there, so getting some other guys in the game.
And more than likely, Trent Mount will be the quarterback on Brush's next possession, as Nash is still on the field. 3rd down and 12 from the 13. Our second injury to a Valley offensive player. But you feel bad for Nash because he's barely been in the game. He's not a first-team player. Now he gets up slowly, favoring his right leg. And as soon as he's off the field, they'll restart the running clock.
Looks like he's got the same kind of injury, just favoring that right leg and somewhere down there around the knee or the ankle, but luckily he's able to walk off. Hazlicek, they actually carried him all the way out of the stadium. I think they took him to the fire truck back there.
3rd down and 12 for Valley at their own 13-yard line. 5:08 to go, and hopefully only 5:08. Under this running clock, Bailey in a shotgun with one setback, 2 receivers to the left and right. There's the give right up the middle, cutting it to the left across the 50 to the 20 and towards the 26-yard line. That's going to be a first down. That's a gain of 13 yards to the backup running back, Aaron Trujillo. Well, Brush might not get the ball unless Valley commits a turnover, because now they can chew up another 2.5 minutes even without a first down. 1st and 10 at the 26.
Trujillo added some spark there, didn't he? He showed some speed and something Valley hasn't had tonight.
Bailey out of that shotgun. The Beat Diggers lead by 43. Has the football, handoff Trujillo right up the gut, breaks out of a tackle, but Woodward and another Beat Digger defender have got him right around the waist at the 28-yard line, a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 to go for Valley. Under 4 minutes to go in Gilchrist. Brush 49, Valley 6.
That other defender that helped make that tackle was actually Ray Miller.
Nice form tackle.
Yeah, he was in there low and holding on tight.
Under center is Bailey. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Lone setback is Trujillo. The pitch right to Trujillo. Swings it to the outside with speed at the 30. Along the right sideline to the 45. And then he's wrestled out of bounds near midfield. A gain of 22 for Aaron Trujillo. And the Viking fans have something to cheer about with 3:20 to go, down by 43.
Now Trujillo on 3 carries, 36 yards. Delgado only has 47 yards on 18 carries.
1st and 10 with the ball at the 49-yard line on Valley's side of the field.
Hunter Bostrom just checked into the game at this right cornerback position, and you can bet he can make things happen.
Hey, you figure there's about 5, maybe 6 plays left in this game. There's the pitch left to Trujillo, swinging it left side to the 50-yard line, breaks a tackle and knocked out of bounds by Woodward. Across the 50 to the 44. You might give him the 43. It's a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2, and you almost wonder why Trujillo wasn't in there earlier. I mean, he's fast.
Yeah, he is. You know, I know Delgado, boy, he has speed and all that, but he doesn't have that quick shiftiness that Trujillo's got.
Yeah, a lot of change of pace by this running back. On 2nd down and 2 from the Beat Digger 43. The clock reads 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Under center is Ty Bailey. Trujillo gets the ball again, running off left tackle, and he's got a first down to the 40. A gain of 3 on the play for Aaron Trujillo. The Beat Digger tackler was Raymond Miller.
B.J. Hirschfeld got back there and tried to slow him down first, but it was just a shirt tackle, and he just didn't have the grip to hold on to him.
Max of 3 plays to go in this game unless a timeout is called. We got 1:32 to go. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Bailey, pitch right to Trujillo. He's going to use that speed to the outside, cuts it back, and has got a yard. Excellent containment there by Brush. Tackled at the 39. Aaron Williams got to the outside and cut off the angle. 2nd down And a long 9 and about 10 to go. They'll make it just inside the 40-yard line. We've got under a minute to go.
About a minute to go on the clock.
And Bailey runs in from the sideline.
All right, folks, this minute left. Let's get loud for our Vikes. Let's cheer them on as they try and march down the field. Let's go. One last push.
On second down, just inside the 40. Bailey in that shotgun formation. Man in motion to the right is Chacon. He gets the end around. The ball is loose on the ground, and it's still loose, and the Bead Diggers try to pick it up, and they do.
Brush picks up the ball.
6th turnover of the game, and another late flag. I'm trying to see who recovered it along the far sideline for Brush. There were so many Bead Diggers going for it. Daniel Abarca was over there. And forget about the late flag. The game is over. Doesn't matter who the flag is on. The time is expiring. Final score, Brush 49, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bead Digger postgame shows brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Farm and Home Center in Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your farm and ranch headquarters for all your farm and ranch supplies, and they carry feed for all your animals and pets. That's Mr. D's Ace Farm and Home Center. John Beltran back with Dave Urich. The Bead Diggers win in Gilchrist over the Valley Vikings 49-6. The Bead Diggers led 28-6 at the break and outscored Valley 21-0 in the second half. Kyle Rosenbrock scored from 4 yards out, 7-play, 67-yard drive in 2 minutes and 29 seconds for a 7-0 lead. Later on in the opening quarter, Clay Shaver, an 11-yard pass from Rosenbrock, who threw 3 scores in the game. 14-0 was the score. Valley then ran 11 plays but could not get into the end zone. Bead Diggers then 2-play, 63-yard drive in 20 seconds. Gutierrez from 30 yards out, 21-0 was the score. Valley, though, would get on the board. An 8-play drive, 65 yards in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Victor Delgado 38 yards out on the pass from Avery Hanzelchek, and it was 21-6 as the PAT was no good. And then Mikey Gutierrez countered with a second touchdown of the game. 16 yards away, 5 plays, 64 yards in 2 minutes and 9 ticks. It was 28-6. Bead Diggers took a while to score, but scored twice in the third quarter. A 22-yard pass on 4th down from Rosenbrock to Peterson. 11-yard run by Rosenbrock to make it 42-6. And then the 35-yard pass to Shaver, 49-6. Dave, let's run through the numbers here individually as the Bead Diggers win this to improve to 5-0.
Right on. Well, we'll start with the Valley Vikings. 234 yards total offense tonight, 160 of those in the air, as Havlicek completed 12 of 25 passes. Like you said, 3 interceptions. His leading receiver of the night was Victor Delgado, catching 89 yards worth out of the backfield on 5 receptions. Garcia had 1 for 3. Brandon Gonzalez had 3 for 49. Reams had 2 for 14. Their leading rusher tonight was Victor Delgado. He had 47 yards on 18. And then Trujillo had, there at the end of the game, had 7 carries for 42 yards.
Let's run through the Bead Digger numbers real quick. Then we'll get to Coach Randy Dreitz here as the Bead Diggers compiled obviously over 200 yards in the opening half and took a while to get going in the third before they scored those 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they were able to add on about another 140 yards. He ended up with 358 yards unofficially tonight, 195 of those on the ground. Leading rusher tonight was Mikey Gutierrez, having 108 yards on 12 carries. Rosenbrock carried the ball 9 times for 52 yards. Another host of guys, Alec Peterson, had 11. Conrad Cole had 2 carries for 4 yards. Nico Guzman had 1 for 14 yards. Garcia got sacked once for -4. Rosenbrock threw the ball total of 17 times, completed 9 of those, 1 interception, 163 yards with the leading receiver Nico Guzman with 99 yards total. Clay Shaver had 2 receptions for 46 yards. Gutierrez had 1 for a -4, and Peterson picked up that 22-yard touchdown.
And Valley did commit 6 turnovers in the game. That certainly contributed to Brush's cause as they win the game by a score of 49-6 as we bring in the head coach of the Bead Diggers, Randy Dreitz. And certainly, Coach, even though it was a 43-point win, Valley gave you things to think about. They certainly challenged you throughout points of the game. They obviously had to make some defensive adjustments after it got off to a 21-0 lead, but certainly there were some challenges in this game. It wasn't as easy, at least to our eyes, as it was last week in beating Lamar.
Yeah, most definitely. We have some things that we need to work on, and we got to get better at. And next week's going to be a game that's going to be really test us. We got Platte Valley at home, and it's homecoming. It's a lot of distractions. But let me tell you, Platte Valley's a good football team, and we've got to play better than we did tonight. I think we had a little bit of a letdown from, either that or Valley just played us really tough, and they were totally denying us to run the football, so we had to throw. And I hate to throw too much, but we had to throw tonight, and we did a fair job of it. I'd like to have a few more of those completed, but I thought overall we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, with the passing game, it looked like the receivers were open. There were just timing issues on certain plays, Coach.
Exactly, and it felt weird on the sidelines as a coach, and Coach Schwint and I were talking. We were up by a lot of points, but it just didn't feel like we had really good control of the game for some reason. It was a different feeling tonight. So we're going to address some things this week in practice, and we're going to have to up the tempo a little bit, and so we get better.
Was it a surprise that you held them to 6 points? Because it looked like at times they were able to move the ball up and down the field, and yet when they got deep in your territory a few times, your defense stiffened up very nicely.
Yeah, but Coach Creighton doesn't like it to them deep in our territory. I'll tell you that. He was kind of fired up a little bit. So we're going to work on some things, and we're going to definitely get tested next week.
Final thing here with your kicking game. I know they're only extra points, but we've seen in past years how important these extra points can be. And you look at Peterson last week, Jaron Peterson, 6 for 6, 7 for 7 tonight. You feel a little bit better about that facet of the game as opposed to maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago towards the beginning of the season?
Yeah, it's if we get a good snap and we block well, and Arnaldo gets a good hold, it's Jaron's been doing a great job, and what a pleasant surprise he has been for us. Coming into the year, we didn't know who was really going to kick for us, and we said to the team, hey, it's open tryouts. We got to find a kicker. So Jaron said, I'll try it, and come to find out he's dang good, and he did some kicking off for us too.
Yeah, and only a sophomore, and he got one of those in the end zone, of course, off a short field, and looked very good. Coach, congratulations on a big victory tonight. We'll see you next Friday for homecoming, which I know that'll be the distraction that no coaches like dealing with. In fact, I've had coaches tell me, believe it or not, when you play Platte Valley, that they wish they could schedule homecoming for a road game to have a little bit more focus.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough. You want the guys to have fun. It's homecoming. You want them to enjoy the festivities, but on the same token, you're worried about them getting out of focus and what's really the task at hand for us as a football team.
Randy, congratulations. That's Beet Digger head football coach Randy Dreitz as the Beet Diggers defeat the Valley Vikings tonight by a score of 49-6. Keep in mind you can follow us on Facebook at 1010 KSIR Sports, on Twitter at KSIR Sports, at KSIRSports.com with our videos, and also with our videos on our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube. Outstanding job, as always, by our sound engineer and producer Rose Condis, our studio coordinator Alan Lance, who's coordinating all our replay and everything going on in the studios tonight. For Dave Urich, I'm John Beltran. The final score, Brush 49, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.